So our last long-form speech will be by Steve Destivelle. And Steve will tell us how to synchronize Zabbix with a CMDB. Steve, are you ready? You're carrying a big box. That's scary. OK, Steve and big box. Round of applause.
Oh putain. Yes, maybe it sounds familiar, but what I say is one of the most common words that you can say in French. And yes, I am the French guy. I think that the guy from the end of the room, you need to go on the stage. You need to place near me because I will show you a banana, and if you need the banana, you will not be able to grab it if you are in the back of the room. So maybe how many of you already know me? Just to be sure. Okay, so for everyone who don't know me, I'm Steve Destivelle. I will not say that I am the most French crazy guy, maybe for the summit, but let's see. So what we will talk about, it's synchronization between Zabbix and a CMDB, because why not? So this is a good subject to explain you for the summit. We'll see how to sync Zabbix host with the CMDB. We will talk about Zabbix auto-registration, what is the prompt, what is the improvement that we have to do, and also what we did. I will not say that I am the CEO of EasyIT because you may know that we recently changed the name to Zabbix France, and Alexei is not there, but yes, I will. Maybe it's a good thing he is not there. So the challenge of managing Zabbix without a CMDB. Without, because it may be hard for you to keep a clear vision of, okay, what is monitor, what is not monitor, what kind of application I have, what I don't have, maybe. Maybe because in this box, I have something, one server, one network device, for example. So you need to have a clear vision of what is inside Zabbix and what is not. So you need to, of course, have a CMDB. And maybe if you have a Windows desktop, Linux, or maybe macOS, there is a ton of Excel sheet in your Windows manager. So maybe it sounds familiar to you to have a lot of Excel files, Excel sheet, and you don't know, okay, maybe this one is the latest, maybe the one is the newest, so you don't know. And because Alexa told me days ago, okay, Steve, you need to be more serious now because you are in a good position. I will call Metricio, EasyIT team, and Mateusz, please come on the stage with me because you will do the show. I will be the nice guy. You will be the bad guys. Thank you. Applause them, please. Applause them. You could go there, please. Grab the bag, please. The bag. At the end of the red box. No, just the bag. B-A-G. So, how to synchronize Zabbix with the CMDB, of course. Because, as I told you, you need to know what is inside Zabbix, what is monitored by Zabbix, the applications, the host, and so on. And why to sync Zabbix with the CMDB? Because you could create then some kind of application layer, the link between one host, one network devices, one another host, and we could create maps and dashboard automatically, for example, and after that, enjoy. But what now? Okay, you tell us a lot of things, but how we do that? We will see. Maybe we can use auto-registration, because Andrew and the other guys talk about automation, but I think that we do not talk a lot about native things like auto-registration, for example. So we will see what is auto-registration. Please, I need you to be in a two-row, in one two-face. Okay? You will be choose your guys. I will be, for example, with Olivia, of course. It's okay? One is missing? Nicolas, come on. And auto-registration is just simple as Zabbix is. You need to specify some metadata in your Zabbix agent configuration file, then you specify some rules inside Zabbix. Yeah, come on. You will be in front of Frédéric, please. And then you present yourself to Zabbix server, and that's done. Okay? Or you can choose, come on, auto-registration yourself. You could do the same, please, if you have somebody on your left. Okay? Okay? Woo. Or maybe if you don't want to use auto-registration, you could. Okay? Thank you, thank you. I will continue. You could. I need you to stay on stage with me. So maybe you know, you could go to the corner, please. Auto-registration is useful but limited because we have only the Zabbix agent that support these functionalities. There is also non-compliant things, no validation, because if I put, I put the configuration, the metadata, the host name, and so on inside one host, I am not sure that, if I copy-paste this configuration file to another host, they will register like a previous one, so there is no compliance validation. There is also static assignment of templates and host group, so this is not some kind of dynamic, and we have no vision, no global vision of what is monitored, for example, with auto-registration, okay? And of course, if auto-registration rules give you cold sweets, maybe it's time to pull out your banana. And if you don't have, I will give to you, of course. So guys, grab this banana and you will be the bad guys who are sending banana in the public, okay? Come on, come on. There is a lot of, so come near us and you will be able to have your banana. Yeah. I will. Like a free software, we offer free banana. Okay, I will continue now. So why sync Zabbix now with a CMDB? You can use, for example, several ITSM tools like OCS Inventory, GLPI, ServiceNow, ITSM-NG, and I think there is a lot of other solutions in the market. If you are using Zabbix, if you sync Zabbix with the CMDB, there is now prior validation of the host monitor because they are in your CMDB. We could have a smart automation for host creation and template assignment because based on the things in the CMDB, you will be able to do that. So there is visibility for application and maybe the layers between components. If you have, for example, one host, one database, and an Apache server on another host, then maybe you will be able to create the maps and the dashboard related to that. And how we did it? We use, for example, an ITSM solution that collects technical information for the host, for the things that you have to monitor. We are using also a no-code solution to gather information. Then we are enrich this information and we are generating metadata based on the things that we have in the CMDB. We use also Python with the Zabbix utils, for example, library, to create the maps and the dashboard, for example. And Zabbix, of course, will register the host and assign templates, assign the host group, and so on. So the typical workflow, I don't know if you know N8N. How many of you? Okay. 1%, 2%? Not so much. Okay. So with this solution, you could create workflow, and I don't know if you, in the back, you are able to see the whole pictures, but typically, we have a new server in the CMDB, then we collect information from the inventory, and then with NA10, we are able to get this information and reach a no-code database, like, for example, Airtable. There is also NoCodeDB, or BaseRow, for example. If then the status of the host changed to, OK, I am ready for monitoring, then you will be able to generate the metadata, for example. So because each time you install a new server, for example, Zabbix agent is installed, but the server is not yet ready to be monitored. Maybe it's true, you encounter this case, for example, in your production. Then we get and generate the metadata to send to Zabbix, and Zabbix will automatically create the host and the application related to the host, and also the maps and the dashboard related to what is installed on this host. But you could say, OK, things are generated, are managed with the metadata, but how currently hosts are managed? In an automated way or manually. For example, manually, we could use a specific form from NoCodeDB, and OK, we specify the host name, IP address, because we are talking about just Zabbix agent at this moment. We're not talking about SNMP network, for example, because we need the metadata for Zabbix agent in active mode to be registered, for example. So we add, you see there is a little video. We add the host, we specified the application installed on those based on the inventory information, and that's it. Or we can wait for the synchronization. There is an automation that, OK, I will grab the new host from Zabbix. Then if it don't exist, I will create it and wait for the things to happen. So what about auto-registration? Because we don't speak about this one. This is a picture extract from the Zabbix documentation website. So you need just some information like the host metadata, interface, for example, and the IP address that you need to bring to Zabbix, for example. So this is very easy. You just need this kind of information. And then with the magical things, oh, sorry, boss, I need to... It's him. I need to... and that's it. You send the metadata in a JSON way on the proxy, on the server side, and that's it. And how we generate the metadata? We extract information from NoCodeDB, for example, because we have no information of what is installed on this machine, and this server. And we have, when the status is updated in the CMDB, okay, as earlier I mentioned, I just need to set the server ready to be monitored, for example. I merge some information, get and generate the metadata. There is a validation, and we put a post on a webhook to generate the metadata. And after that, I will manage all my rules for auto-registration in Zabbix, because Zabbix rules. And yes, we will be able now to manage everything automatically based on the metadata that we generated. For example, add a simple host, add a MySQL database, Apache, and so on. So you could be able to do everything in Zabbix directly. So the illustration, the technical illustration is there is an API request to the database to extract the new host, and after that, based on the things that we have on the host, we create the maps for, okay, application, dependency of service, for example, and the dashboard. So we, from A to Z, we create things automatically based on the things that we have in the CMDB, the inventory. So what is the benefits of this approach? There is an automation based on host and application. It is less complicated to do this automation because it's safe and automated. A priori, we could put some validation manual or maybe with AI, for example. So I need to validate if the host is ready for monitor. This is a time-saving solution. I just need to have my inventory updated, then I will generate the metadata automatically. If I want to go further, maybe we could add some validation in the database to be able to check if there is a wrong configuration, for example. We could also manage, specify, schedule the maintenance from the no-code form, or maybe extract some activity from Zabbix to the database and put an integration between Ansible and Terraform, for example. This is a custom form from the maintenance schedule. So the end customer, the guy who is not technical, will be able to manage the schedule for the maintenance, the host to add for monitoring, for example, directly from NoCodeDB, from a single form, for example. And now, what it brings to us, what is the result? The monitoring is now aligned with the technical things that we have in the CMDB. The monitoring is also adapted to the context of the application. And as I said, you will gain some time to eat banana, for example, because the provisioning time is divided by 2. So auto-registration himself is not enough, but it could be efficiently be managed in a complex environment with this setup, a CMDB, a no-code solution, Zabbix, and N8N, for example. And you will be able to gain control about this automation without adding some complexity. Thank you for attention. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe you will have some question.
We do have a question.
Oh.
We can have a round of applause, and then I'll ask the question. Thank you, Steve, and thank you, everyone. So the question is, how do you guys handle offboarding in such a situation? Say a host is deleted in CMDB, would it also be automatically deleted in Zabbix, or is it just for onboarding hosts?
Yes, it will be, everything, in fact, is managed from the ITSM solution. You could specify some state. Okay, my host is ready for monitoring. My host will be deleted. My host is in maintenance for several weeks, for example. So you have synchronization between the states, also from the inventory things to Zabbix.
And another question regarding pretty much the same thing, offboarding and deletion. What happens if, say, a CMDB becomes corrupted? Do you have protection in place against that? Or would that not affect Zabbix at all?
It will affect Zabbix, because I think that if you want to do automated things, you need for sure to be sure that everything is well managed and ordered. I think that, yes, you could not automate these things. You need to keep a validation from a human to be sure that everything is working well. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.